Look up. The night is very still. Tiny lights hang like small fires. They feel calm and very old. They hold a story much larger than us. You feel both small and held by that story. Time seems to slow when you simply watch. The sky asks nothing but your quiet wonder. The dark above is not empty. It is full of distance and history. Each light is a messenger from long ago. Each message is made of waves particles. They traveled across space to reach your eye. They bring a story about beginnings. That story is the story of the universe. It begins with the first moment of time and space. In that first moment, everything changed. Space and time sprang into being together. Scientists call that birth the Big Bang. It is the moment the universe began to grow. It set the stage for atom stars' life. It made the room in which galaxies would form. It made the room in which you would one day exist. The tone of that start is calm and strange. It is not loud like a bomb in a field. It is the opening of space itself into more space. A simple image can hold the idea. Think of a smooth balloon with dots on it. As the balloon inflates, the dots drift apart. The distances grow because the balloon grows. This is how space began to stretch and widen. The Big Bang wasn't an explosion in space. At first, the universe was too hot for atoms. Protons and neutrons could not hold together long. Electrons zipped through a storm of energy. No stable atoms could survive in that furnace. Then expansion cooled the sea of heat. Protons and neutrons found each other and bound. Simple atoms like hydrogen-helium formed. These were the first peaceful building blocks. Light then began to travel without constant interruption. This event is called recombination by scientists. It left behind a faint glow we can still detect. That glow is the oldest light we can see today. It whispers about how smooth the infant universe was. It also shows tiny ripples, small differences in density. Those ripples would grow into structures of many scales. Particles play the first acts in this long play. They are tiny, but they obey reliable rules. Electromagnetism, gravity. Nuclear forces bind the cores of atoms together. Simple physics repeated for eons to craft complexity. Small random differences grew through gravity's pull. Clumps became clouds. Clouds became the first fires. These first fires were the first stars to light the dark. We can list the steps and feel the rhythm. Expansion leads to cooling. Cooling lets particles form. Particles join to make atoms. Atoms make gas and clouds. Clouds collapse into stars. Stars forge heavier atoms through fusion. Each step is a clear and simple turn in the story. Gravity gathers gas into denser clouds. A cloud collapses, a star is born at its heart. A star is a deep furnace held by gravity and pressure. In its core, light atoms smash into heavier ones. This process is nuclear fusion, slow and steady. Hydrogen-helium, heavier elements. A star shines because fusion pushes outward as heat. It balances gravity burns for millions of years. Mass matters for a star's life and death. Small stars live long and quietly, like steady lamps. Massive stars burn hot and short, like fierce candles. When a massive star dies, it often explodes loud. That explosion is a supernova, violent and bright. A supernova scatters heavier atoms far into space. You are made of stardust. Say it and let its weight become gentle. The carbon in your cells comes from a star's core. The oxygen you breathe was forged in ancient fires. The iron in your blood was flung from a dying giant. Those atoms traveled across time to join and form you. Dust planets. Living things. That journey ties your body to distant stellar death. The story of death is also a story of giving. Exploding stars seed the next generations of stars. They enrich the gas with the raw parts of life. Those parts fold into new worlds and new chemistry. Over cycles, complexity slowly increases like a tide. From simple hydrogen to the chemistry of life we go. Each star is a chapter in a long, generous book, and each chapter leaves a trace inside you, A colorful supernova remnant scatters elements. Matter gathers on ever larger scales over time. Gravity pulls clumps into larger clumps and webs. Those collections form galaxies' islands of stars. Galaxies spin, collide, and reshape across eons. Each galaxy holds billions of stars and deep mystery. The space between galaxies stretches as the universe expands. This expansion carries galaxies gently apart like driftwood. It is the slow cosmic drift of a grand and growing sea. We read the universe by catching distant light. Light from faraway stars is an old letter sent across time. Telescopes are our readers and translators of that letter. They show us how galaxies looked at many ages. The oldest light shows a hot, smooth early time. Later light reveals ripples grown into structure. We map galaxies and learn the rules that shape them. This map ties the far past to the present we inhabit. The universe keeps expanding now and will for long. Galaxies keep moving away from one another on average. Some collide locally, but the overall trend is outward. This means the cosmic web stretches and thins at large scales. Yet within that stretch, pockets of gravity still build. New stars still form in quiet corners of galaxies. Old stars still die and seed the next cycles of matter. The cosmic story is both changing and continuing. We can stand under the sky and see this in feeling. Each bright dot is a household of stars, rich in history. Each faint smear tells of a long, patient making. The universe is vast, and yet its parts touch our story. The atoms in your body were forged in stellar hearts. They traveled from star to cloud to planet and to you. This chain of events ties your body to cosmic history. It is a profound link that feels both large and warm. You can trace iron, oxygen, carbon in your cells. Each came from a star that lived and then died. Their ashes seeded the cloud that made our sun. Our sun baked a small planet where life could begin. Look up at night and feel that quiet kinship. Those lights above are both old and intimate. They tell a story of physics, not of myth or fancy. So breathe and feel the stars within you. Hold the mystery with calm curiosity. Let wonder enter like soft light at dusk. Feel small and rooted in a vast and hopeful sky, a single bright star framed by the Milky Way.